You wanna see how flexible I am? I'm fine. Hello. Hello there. So I have pretty much exhausted once again all of my video ideas on the new update stuff. So I'm pretty sure I probably won't be making any more videos about this recent update until the next one will come out probably next month, because it still seems like we have a once a month type of update thing. But anyways, I wanted to talk about some more minor improvements that they could be adding in future Bloxburg updates. So Bloxburg has so much potential now, especially with the growing development team, and they're still getting adjusted to the platform and getting used to how studio and such works, all of that. And once they do, it's going to be great. I just know it. Like, once they get used to everything, I'm sure the future updates will be greater, even greater, because this recent one was pretty decent as well. Like, we got so many items. But yeah, I have a list here, probably like 5 things, maybe 4 to 5 things that they could add in future Bloxburg updates that could just improve it overall. Nothing too crazy game changing, but I'm sure it would help out a lot. Anyways, so the first thing I want to talk about, I mentioned this in my last video where I was like updating my Mediterranean house. Here in the build mode category, like the build mode UI, user interface. Whenever you're decorating your house, obviously, if you want lighting, you click on lighting and such, and you get all of the beautiful lights in this category. I'm sure they're well aware of this, because if they could do it right now, they would have done it already. But yeah, I'm sure they're aware of this. But in the decorations category, I hope in the future they have subcategories. My friend Morgan mentioned this to me, which brings this up. But subcategories would be so useful for build mode, because whenever I'm looking at decorations, because there's a lot of things that were thrown in decorations, and you know, it makes sense because they are decorations. It would be nice to have categories for like pillows, blankets, paintings, and just maybe another separate category for like clutter, which for items that aren't too like really useful but you can still interact with them. So maybe clutter items could be its own category. I don't know any other type of category. Maybe there could be like a trophies subcategory as well. When you click on decorations, you'll have another type of pop-up like this, but with certain items and decorations. So I think that would be super helpful for people who are decorating their homes. And you know, obviously it's not that big of a deal, because whenever I'm decorating houses anyways, I just use the search bar. Like, obviously you can use the search bar for these specific things like paintings and blankets and pillows. I have no problems with that, and if they aren't able to add a subcategory for these things, then I still won't mind, because I'm still just gonna type in whatever I want anyways. Very helpful for, you know, builders to like, I guess, it will help us speed up our interior decorating by just, you know, clicking things instead of typing it in or searching for it. Just more subcategories, maybe even for vases as well. I was gonna say vases, I don't know, vases. You have like another category for that, because there's just so many options to choose from. But that is definitely something I hope they add for an improvement, because yeah, it would just all around help everybody, help builders. I guess my next point, number 2, which also ties in with build mode, is maybe like a favorites category as well. Once again, another thing that my friend Morgan has like mentioned to me as well. I think she mentioned in her videos, would be really nice, just so you could easily click on an item, like a little star in the corner or something that you could, well, technically I guess they have that for new items. Do they have that for new things? No, they have exclamation points. Maybe like in the corner you could like have a star for your most favorited items that you use very often, you can't go without, because that would be nice. Or if not favorites, maybe just like a most recently used category as well. I guess it's a quality of life thing, but once again, it's not a major thing to where like you know, we need it, but it's just a nice want. I'm sure they're well aware of this. Froggy has told me like there's many limitations with certain, you know, features, especially with Roblox platform itself. Like, it's very limited. If they could do it, they would have probably done it by now. So you know, obviously no blame here. It's just, I hope one day in the future they will be able to figure it out and, you know, get through all of the complicated things that categories can bring, because it's not just like, oh, categories are easy. No, there's a lot more that goes into it, you know. Those are my first 2 things. Okay. I will point these things out, but I also, of course, added the difficulties that go along with these. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Then again, I'm not a developer, obviously. I'm not a developer. I'm not a coder. I'm not an animator or anything. I don't know the extent of all this. I don't know any of this. I'm just a user. So the next thing I have on my list, and this is plot organizing. I'm sure many people have talked about this, like, you know, spoken about it or have wanted this, but it'd be really convenient to be able to just sort your plot list. You know, you could like click on something and drag it. That way you'd have like your most favorite builds at the top. Obviously just like click and drag and then move it up towards the list if you like. Maybe one day we'll have that. If not like a plot organizer, maybe there could be like a favorites tab as well in the plot list, because You know, there are those favorite plots that people have. I'm sure one day maybe we could have like a favorites tab or a plot organizer type of thing. Like you could search out whatever plot you have, which is I love the search button. It's definitely the best thing ever, like to filter out which build you like. What if you forgot the name of your build? You know, there's a scenario there. What if you forgot the name of your build? You could obviously just like take a few seconds just to look for it. That's just a me problem, I guess. Yeah, I mean, whether you have like a big plot list or not, I think a favorites one is always just nice to have anyways. You can easily find which one you want to load up because I don't know. That sounds like a, oh, woe is me. I have so many plots. I don't know. You guys get what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I'm glad we know. Just remember the name of your plot. Easy. Duh. Why would you need a favorites? Just remember the name of your plot and type it in. So my fourth thing on this list, we are already nearing the end because I couldn't think of too many things. The fourth one is obviously a skills overhaul. And I'm sure I've talked about this already before, and I'm sure they're very much aware of this too. I would love to see a skill overhaul someday in the future, just the skills in general being improved because only few of these skills are useful. When you reach level 10, you get the trophy, you get the star, you know, you get kind of that, like that pat on the back. But I hope in the future they just rework the entire thing. I'm not sure if they would, you know, remove your levels or keep them. I'm sure they would let you keep them if they did a whole entire overhaul, whatever. They should definitely have it to where each skill can grant you like exclusive rewards. I mean, they kind of already do that. We already saw that with cooking where you unlock more recipes. With gardening, you can unlock more plants. But I wonder what would it be like if you raise up your writing skill? What kind of perks would you get? I wonder. Same thing with painting, and we already saw some with music as well. Athletic especially. I feel like with athletic, you could have like a increased speed boost or something like that. Something temporary, nothing too like game breaking or like overpowered, but maybe with athletic, the higher level you are, the longer you have like a sprint button, you know? Because in Bloxburg, we just have normal walking, which is completely fine. I like it the way it is right now still, but it'd be kind of cool to have like athletic skill grants you faster movement speed slightly, or just a better sprint button, you know? The higher level you raise the athletic skill, the longer you're able to sprint. That could be like an idea. Not sure of anything else really, but yeah, I'm sure they're constantly thinking about these and hoping to eventually revamp this because it definitely needs to update. Yeah, like I said, intelligence, I'm not sure what they could be doing with that. Maybe like intelligence could mean you earn more money with a certain job or something. I don't know if that would be like broken, but you worked for it, so you should be able to have some perks like this. Pretty much in general, more exclusive perks for that skill, which we already have some of that already, but I'm very excited to see what else they could come up with for these things. Do you imagine though? Imagine all of the different perks that you could think of for each skill. Wild within the years. I'm patiently waiting. Okay, so the last thing on my list, this is kind of fun. It's another type of skill thing. Nothing too major, but what if, you know, we would get exclusive cooking recipes just from watching the cooking show? Because when you watch cooking show, you obviously can definitely learn a thing or two just from watching it. See how people cut things, or see what kind of ingredients they add for a certain recipe. So it'd be really cool if the cooking show provided us like exclusive recipes that you can't get anywhere else. Same thing with reading a book. Like maybe if you bought like a cooking book, you get an exclusive cooking recipe from there as well. Like we didn't have French fries or chicken nuggets for the longest time. Like imagine just being able to read like a level 7 cooking book or something and being able to learn it that way just for chicken nuggets, you know? Just for chicken nuggets. But that is a really cool thing for sure that they could definitely add. And I'm sure it's already like within the Sims or something. I'm sure it's in the Sims. That would be another way to go about like exclusive stuff in this game, like secret hidden recipes within interactions, certain interactions like cooking show, a book, maybe even going online, reading like looking up cooking recipes online. I feel like no matter what, any new foods that they add is always going to be appreciated. No one's ever going to complain just about like what, you know, just for food. I feel like most of us enjoy new foods as well. So the more the better. I feel like it's just kind of a win-win if they add more foods or exclusive things. It makes you kind of work for it, and you know, you feel extremely rewarded. Maybe even the exclusive foods can be the seasonal ones, you know? Like certain people can't learn seasonal foods unless you're a certain level, or you we watch a certain TV show. I don't know. I just think there's so much potential with that. So that is my last thing on my list. I know there's probably tons more out there. I just only could think of 5 things in total. You never know. I could definitely have more of these videos, more types of these videos in the future if you guys enjoyed this. I would have to like literally sit in the game and look at everything to think of more ideas, because that's what I do anyways. I just sit in the game and look at stuff and think, what could be done with this book? What could be done with this? But yeah, anyway guys, that will wrap up today's Bloxburg episode. If you guys did enjoy it, you found it interesting or inspiring in some sort of way, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up and make sure to hit the subscribe button too, because it is completely free. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Once again, I'm pretty sure they're aware of all of this, and it's probably gonna happen one day. I just like to talk about stuff, you know. We do love talking about future things, and it gets us excited because we love this game so much. We want the best for it.